What up, nerds, and welcome to another Mama's Boy episode of Straight Chilling, the weekly horror movie review show where you chill and we kill, slice, dice, and chop up yet another horror movie. My name is Bob. I'll be your host for the evening. This is episode 574, recorded on Sunday, April 5th, 2026. Tonight we're talking about the winner of the April poll, which was Psycho from 1998. Before we get into it, let me introduce everyone else on the show tonight. First up, calling in from Washington, D.C., we got your boy Rand, hotter than fresh milk Daisy. What's up, man?
Oh my god, I can't wait!
Are you ready to talk about the movie, Bob?
I'm excited about it. Are you?
I'm the opposite of that.
If I had a dick, this is where I'd tell you to suck it.
How rude. Rand, hotter than milk Daisy.
How could you have done this to me?
It was a joint effort. Last but not least,
I regret my involvement.
Oh, you weren't involved. You were excluded. Intentionally so. Last but not least, calling in from Seoul, South Korea, we got your boy Soju. I don't declare stains. What's up, man?
Oh, what up? It's your boy, Mother Lover Soju.
Ooh. That's weird. I don't know.
Gonna have to put Vince Vaughn on the old Mills Island next season, I guess.
Mills Island is just begging for their first transgender opponent.
As long as it's filled with like his aunts and cousins and people that he's related to. Really, that's specifically. It's got to be that.
I don't know. Yeah, okay.
Do you know?
He's gonna stuff them all.
Do you know what? Randy, unbelievable.
Oh.
My hobby is stuffing things.
Oh, I've been there.
I put a thing in a thing, and then it's real fun.
If anybody's ever said that to you with a straight face, get away quickly.
Yeah, that's when
fast.
You are in your pocket typing 911 send.
In my pocket. And in the other pocket, something else.
Well, yeah. That's where I keep my rocket.
Randy Rocket Stain.
Are you texting 911 in your pocket, or are you just excited to see me?
Or are you just rocking it in the pocket?
Control yourself!
Guys, would you join me for dinner? Nothing special, just sandwiches and milk.
Oh, the standard sandwiches and
plain
milk.
white sandwich. What was
just
on that
adult?
Sandwich? Okay, we haven't gotten there yet. We got
what was that?
The preamble has turned into us just talking about this fucking thing.
Oh boy! Oh boy!
How much milk? That's my question, personally.
Is it raw and delicious?
It's got to be raw. All right. Before we get into the review proper, let's tackle some housekeeping. So we do have our May poll currently posted over on our Patreon website for you guys to vote on. The theme for May is monumental mommies. The three movies you're voting between are The Good Son, The Taking of Deborah Logan, and Twilight Breaking Dawn Part 1.
Whoa, Bob, we're doubling down on mommy time. How those numbers looking?
Man, yes, we are. Yes, we are. Those numbers, let me tell you. The Good Son, last place with 25% of the vote. Second place, The Taking of Deborah Logan with 31% of the vote. First place, Twilight Breaking Dawn Part 1 with 44% of the vote.
You danced with the goddamn devil, Bob.
I didn't do anything. You don't know what I did. Nobody knows what I did or what you did.
This is anonymous.
This is anonymous. Right.
Nobody should know what Bob has wrought.
Yeah, Psycho would be a pretty solid monumental mommy movie, but here we are.
True, actually.
Here we are.
Here we are.
Doubling down. Doubling down. Get those votes in before the end of the month. We'll see what monumental mommy movie we're talking about this May.
Speaking of Bob, it's Easter Sunday. Did you see your mother today?
I did not see my mother today.
Bob, what a terrible. You know what? That's relevant because you know what? We picked a good son, and that's a little joke that we had growing up because your mother often used to refer to me as her good son.
Not nearly as often as you refer to yourself.
The route you took to get to this explanation is fucking hilarious.
Which implies
you totally
that
put
you
it all
were
on
the
black
best.
there. Like,
You know what's weird about that, Bob, is I'm the good son. That's what's weird about that, Bob.
Funny about the fact that you can't spend Easter Sunday with your mother, Bob.
Oh, did you see my mom today? Did you?
I did see her mom today.
Damn, that means you spent the whole day in the air in like 1 second hugging my mother. Don't you?
Bob, all it took was just calling her on the phone like a good son would do.
Jesus Christ.
Well,
that
vote
ramp
for the
up
good
is
son.
Legendary.
You know what's weird about that, Bob?
I got the perfect snare for Rob.
I really got your ass, Bob.
I'm sending
Bob,
this
I
to
have
your
a
mother
query
right
for
now,
you,
Bob.
kind sir. No ulterior motive. Nothing else popping through my mind.
Man.
Just something that occurred to me just this moment now.
I just thought of this, Bob, right now. I didn't plan this at all.
You know, we're really working through some stuff today. I like it. We got minicast.
Fart in your general direction.
Please just fart in my direct direction.
In my face.
We're dropping minicast every other Friday over on Patreon as well. Just dropped one last Friday. Your boy Matthew Lillard's talking about his life. We got a little Q&A that was recorded live after a screening of Scream 7 down at the lovely Sunray Cinema in Tampa, Florida. Check that out. Next up, dropping... It was fun. It was.
Wow.
Next up, dropping Friday, April 10th. You got your boy Bob talking about Dexter Resurrection Season 1, because they got another one coming, baby. They got another one.
They always got another one coming, don't they? Always got another one in the chamber waiting.
Mm-hmm. They do. Your boy Brian Cox is going to be heavily featured in Season 2, apparently.
God.
Just announced.
All right.
So,
Oh, man.
you know,
That's...
check out my thoughts. It doesn't seem
That's
like
just
y'all
great.
give a fuck, but maybe somebody does. Check out my
I
thoughts.
haven't been invested in Dexter for a long time now, Bob.
Fuck
The only thing I know about my boy Dexter is what Bob talks about on what
Dexter.
watch.
Dexter Mulligan. He's my boy.
Oh, Dusty Dexter. Man.
Dexter
He's
the
been going
Jester,
a long
we calls
way.
him.
He's always up to something.
That Dexter
Real
boy.
character, that Dexter.
Yeah, that's coming to Patreon. Check it out if you want to do that.
Cool.
Yeah. That's all we got happening over on Patreon. Your boy Rand Diesel and shaboy Bob. We're going to be hanging out at the Overlook Film Festival in New Orleans this coming up weekend. So if you're there, say hey, shake our hands. Maybe we'll have some stickers to give out, but we'll definitely have some other stuff to give out.
That's a heavy maybe.
Big ol' maybe.
boy.
Say hey.
Oh,
yeah,
boy.
we'll be there. And last thing I got, big giant thank you to Nicole, friend of the show from Light and Shadow Podcast, for designing a super cool t-shirt design for us. Straight Chilling Goes Metal, now available over on TeePublic. It was on sale for like a long ass time. It might still be, not totally sure. Click the shop link in the show notes, and that'll take you over to TeePublic if you want to check that out. Go for it. Go
Hey,
nuts.
quick note also, don't buy competitors' shit. There is AI slop using our name on
Yeah.
TeePublic now.
But if
Don't
you
be
click
fooled.
our link, you'll be
It's
safe.
definitely not one of us trying to make an extra buck. That's for sure.
It's not Dusty
It quite
Mulligan.
literally would be an extra buck.
People would be.
I would be
That's
shocked
not
if
a
it was
good
that high.
money making scheme.
It's really not. It's terrible. It's a terrible scheme. Terrible.
All right.
Yeah.
Unless you're running some sweatshops over here in South Korea, then then it's
Unless
a
you have-
big profit maker.
If you got just one, it's not. You gotta have sweatshops, multiple, to make money.
But none of us
they're called
do.
data
So
centers
don't
now.
buy it.
They're called data centers now, actually.
None of us.
but
None of us.
Get that metal sticker. There's no substitution for that.
Are you hard with us?
Yes. I am.
Yes. That's all I got. You guys have anything you need to plug?
That's a good question. No, I don't think I do.
Yeah, nothing terribly
Wasn't
fresh for me.
prepared.
Just most recent thing would be hanging out with Caitlin over at Plug It Up, talking together. That was a little bit ago. So,
Oh yeah,
that's
All
it for
right.
me.
check it out.
House is clean here.
Good shit. Sounds like we're squeaky clean.
This house is clean.
All right, let's get into the main event. We're talking about Psycho from 1998, and we're kicking it off with the back of the box.
What's on the back of the box?
Bob, I saw you had this box. When did you buy that thing?
I don't know, man. Like a decade ago, probably.
Yeah.
A long time ago.
Before you had seen it, or had you already seen it? Be honest.
I think I bought this before I had seen it. I believe.
Okay, I'll
you
give
better hope
you the
that's
benefit of the doubt.
I'm not 100% sure, but I think so. So Scream Factory put this out on Blu-ray. You can buy it on Blu-ray, DVD, VHS. You can stream it. It's easy to find. But yeah, I'm pretty sure this was a blind buy. I feel like I definitely had seen the original at least once before I saw this remake. But it's kind of... I feel like Psycho is just always around, though. So it's like kind of hard to know that for sure. It's always around. Are you... pop that shirt off one more time there, if you don't
Dude,
mind.
it's so hot. Like, so
For the
hot.
behind the scenes.
The behind the scenes, we got a little nip.
Yeah, I didn't see enough nipple, actually. If I could
Dude,
see
I was
some
fucking
more.
hot as shit. I was like, I'm sweating my nuts off. Gotta take that sweater off.
I'll sweat my
It's-
nuts off over here.
Bro, oh, bro, it's so hot, bro. My nuts are just dripping on the floor, bro. All right.
Jesus Christ. Yeah, we're talking about Psycho from 1998. Easy to find. This is rated R with a runtime of an hour and 45 minutes. A solid 4 minutes shorter than the original version of Psycho.
Oh,
This
my
is
God.
directed by Gus Van Sant, written by these names: Robert Bloch and Joseph Stefano. Obviously, Robert Bloch, but Joseph Stefano. I don't know. It's I don't know. I don't know who these people are. I don't fucking know what. I don't know what's going on.
Okay.
It stars Vince Vaughn, Anne Heche, Julianne Moore, Robert Forrester, Viggo Mortensen, William H. Macy, a bunch of like pretty noticeable folks. Plot synopsis brought to you by IMDb is as follows. In Gus Van Sant's remake of Alfred Hitchcock's classic, young female bank employee Marion Crane steals money from her boss in Phoenix, flees town, and arrives at Fairvale, California, rundown Bates Motel, which has secrets of its own.
Motel. It's a motel.
It's just a really nice motel.
It's a no-teal motel.
Holiday Inn. Gentlemen, have you seen this movie before? Would you recommend the fine folks at home check it out? Randy, this whole poll, by the way, which we hadn't mentioned yet, is about making you hate your life. We had 3 movies that Rand Diesel hates. This was the winner.
You're an inhuman monster!
This was his pick. Randy, you know yourself well.
You do.
I do. I know my own judo well. And the question being, have I seen it? Yes. The question is, do I recommend it? Fuck no. And I made all the more angry because probably my biggest complaint, the thing I'm going to harp on, whether I want to or not, because I'm one-track minded that way, is that they asked us to pay for this, and I had to pay for this again
No.
to make this episode.
Randy, no.
I'm upset. I want my $4 back. Yeah, don't recommend. No. If you want to see fucking Psycho, then watch Psycho, the fucking Hitchcock classic. Do not watch this. And by the way, Bob, just to clarify earlier, the writers, Robert Bloch and Joseph Stefano, this is the exact script from
The exact same
the original
script, yeah.
version. So that's why we're not terribly familiar with their work, because some died when we were children. So, yeah, there you go.
I recognize Robert Bloch's name, but Joseph Stefano, I didn't know if he like punched anything up. So anyway, yeah, same
I'm not
exact
sure,
script. Yeah. Juice, what about you?
I had never seen this before. This is the first time watch for me, and I hated it. It's garbage. I was so mad about it. Honestly, I'll get more into it.
Justifying.
Yeah, I'll get more into it when we do it. But yeah, I mean, this wasn't just movies that Randy hates, Paul. This is now Juice hates it as well. No, I would not. Yeah, there is no situation, no reasonable situation at all where you should ever watch this film compared to the original. So nothing. You should never watch it. Don't do it. It shouldn't exist. Bob, how about you? Would you recommend people check this out?
I'm so excited that we're reviewing the remake before the original.
I'm so excited. Bob is slow excited.
So excited for the Bates Motel.
Bob is fucked up.
You know, I've been drinking. It's Easter Sunday. I've been drinking a little bit of the Sacrament.
Just a little slow excited.
That Sacrament wine goes straight to your head, boy. You know what I mean?
He hath risen, boys.
Something's risen around here. I don't really know. The blood of Christ. Yeah, this is a terrible movie. It's so much worse than I even remembered it being. Like, and we'll get into the rest of it, of course. So this is not just a movie that Rand Diesel hates. It's a movie that your boy Soju and Bob also hates. Bizarre.
I knew I would bring you boys down to my level with this one.
Oh boy.
What a bizarre decision to make this. I don't know why you would.
Yeah.
Let's discuss.
We will discuss. Hey, just in case you haven't seen Psycho 98 or Psycho 60, we're going to be spoiling.
Really,
if you haven't seen Psycho, the original Psycho, don't listen to this either, by the way.
Yeah.
It's the exact
It's
script.
the same plot, but we're going to complain instead of praise. That's the main difference. So we're going to be spoiling the shit out of all the Psychos, and here comes your warning.
Spoiler warning.
I can't believe we're actually reviewing this instead of the original Psycho or before the original
12 years
Psycho.
in, still haven't done it.
Nuts. Bob, go ahead and hit us with that plot synopsis.
Motel. Here we go. All right. Real estate secretary Marion Crane meets your boyfriend Sam Loomis in a Phoenix hotel for a little bit of that afternoon delight. They discuss the impossibility of marriage due to his debts. She returns to work and steals $400,000 from her employer and plans to drive over to Sam's house in Fairvale, California. On the way, she buys a new car and encounters some bad weather. She has to stop over at a motel. She meets the proprietor, Norman Bates, gives him an alias. He invites her to dine with him, and when she returns to her room, she overhears him arguing with his mother, Norma. Norman apologizes to her and discusses his mother's illness as well as his taxidermy hobby. Marion returns to her room and plans on returning the money she stole. A very horny Norman watches her shower through a hole in the wall, and a shadowy figure stabs her to death. Norman, horrified at her dead body, stashes her corpse and the money in her car and sinks it in a swamp. A week later, Marion's sister Lila tells Sam about the theft, and they hire P.I. Milton Arbogast. Shaboy Arbogast visits the motel and questions Norman. He then goes up to the hotel to question Norma as well against Norman's wishes, and he is stabbed to death by an elderly woman. Sam and Lila don't hear from Arbogast. They end up going to visit his last stop over at the Bates Motel. They pose as a married couple and infiltrate Marion's room. They find a missing shower curtain and a piece of paper where she had done some math. Sam keeps Norma busy while Lila sneaks up to Norman's house. Norman gets agitated and knocks Sam out. Lila goes down into the cellar and finds the mummified corpse of Norma Bates, while Norman, dressed as his mother, tries to stab Lila. Sam intervenes and saves her life. At the police station, a psychiatrist says Norman murdered his mother and her lover with strychnine out of jealousy 10 years prior. He mummified her and created an alternate personality for her in his mind that was just as controlling as she was in real life. Anytime Norman was attracted by a woman, his mother would take over and kill them, killing 3 women in total. His mother now is completely taken over as Norman as he sits in a jail cell. Roll them credits.
Yeah, that's the movie.
There you go.
It was fun.
It Was.
I was waiting for waiting for that, Bob.
No, you're not gonna get it on this one.
When I was watching this, I was like,
Bullshit artist.
so it's really easy to say, like, why would you try and do like a shot-for-shot remake of this absolute classic movie? So like when I was watching this, I was doing my best to forget that like Psycho 1960 existed and just like trying to take this at face value and like trying to assess, does it actually work if this is the first version of Psycho that you ever watch in your life, which I feel like is rare, but if that's the case, does it work? And I feel like just definitively no. The answer is no. This movie sucks kind of no matter what. I don't know, like
I was thinking about that too, because I mean, not necessarily in that exact same way, but I was trying to I was trying to think about it through that lens too, but also I was like, this was like one of the very few movies I can remember or think about that I just couldn't fall into at all. Yeah. Like I don't know. I don't know. It's hard to explain. It's really hard to explain about, I just see these people trying to mimic Psycho. I don't see like a movie. I see this.
And it also isn't penetrating you. That's a bummer.
I just couldn't see it as a movie. I don't know. I don't know. It just feels like I'm watching people do a bad like dialogue thing on YouTube where they're like reading the script of Psycho. It doesn't feel like a movie to me.
Yeah. Oh, I have so many.
I hardcore agree.
It's so strange. I was like trying to kind of do the same thing as you, Bob, about like, let me see what this movie is about. Yeah. And I just couldn't. I just felt like people mimicking or riffing off a site. I don't know. I just hated it. It felt like meeting a person that had no soul, which is weird. Like it really did.
I feel like
don't talk about your exes that way.
Like you gotta the original Psycho is like so innovative, and like that's why it is such a classic film. So like this movie is like almost defiantly not trying to innovate or create or do even anything remotely original whatsoever. So like to like try and step back from that and just say, okay, like as a piece of cinema, is it entertaining? And I think like knowing that they do use the original script and they use the original score, which is like re-recorded in stereo, but it's the original score. They try their best to like mimic the shots. And like everything is like, it's very like rooted in the 1960s original, but it's set in the 90s, so it's like in color, and you've got these people who are not exclusively wearing clothes from the 90s but almost exclusively wearing clothes from the 90s. And I feel like you've got like these actors that don't really know like if they're supposed to act naturally or like lean into the 60s like vernacular that's written in the script, and like it's like this very bizarre tension that like nobody quite knows what the fuck to do, and it just doesn't feel like a real place in time, and like it just feels very confused.
The number one thing that I did spare a thought. Well, I'll get to what I was going to say, but like I did spare a thought to like, okay, if I'm coming into this blind, I've seen this movie more than once. Actually, I watched it a second time. I watched it with Beck while drunk one night, and we both hated it again. Reaffirmed, and then this happened. So that it was free at that time, so it was part of the streaming package, so I was fine with it. Anyway, but like, here's the thing about this movie is that if I'm coming in and watching this, it's not entertaining. It's strangely dissonant and dated feeling, because it definitively is. But if you're coming at it from the perspective of somebody who has only seen Psycho from the 60s, it's almost exactly the same movie, but with references to Walkman and with weird shots of like goats in a field during the murders, like for some reason, like weird intercut of like fast clouds moving and shit like that for no reason. To give it a little some extra or whatever. I do give them a little bit of credit for, if they want to connect the exact same fucking dots, they sure went for that. The problem is that is like, There's usually when we see remakes and reboots and all that sort of thing, the problem is that they are too dissimilar. They go way off the beaten path. They aren't properly playing with the original material. More recently, we've seen things that are hyper reverent to the original, that are still new and like updated or whatever, but they say they bring back the Ghostbusters in ghost form and shit like that, or they bring back a Force ghost of somebody you recognize, and it's just all about fan service. This is the weird thing that doesn't bother being creative fucking almost at all. Like, it does not bother. And I kept thinking, this is the real thing that I was overwhelmed with this thought. There's that famous, like, I don't know how true this is, but there's that famous like talking point that I believe it was Hemingway, maybe it was Fitzgerald, one of the classic authors from our literature classes in high school, rewrote The Great Gatsby just to see what it's like to write an actual classic. And everybody's like, oh, that's really interesting. You know, that's an interesting, you know, I understand that on some level. The difference is, like, Gus Van Sant seemed to have wanted to do that. This was his experiment to sort of like see, can I recreate it? And the answer is not quite. And the intention of that was to do that for Hemingway's self, for himself, to see what that feels like for him. He did not employ fucking A-list actors, put a budget of millions of dollars on the line, and then sell it to people. He didn't resell The Great Gatsby under his own name. That's the offensive part here. This is like
he should
as close to fucking infringement as you can get without actually infringing.
Now,
This feels like an AI output, like that modern parlance.
I will say that's honestly the most interesting thing about this movie is because I was watching it and I was thinking, like, Jesus Christ, you can't just replicate a piece of art in that way
and sell it.
Yeah, well, not even just sell it, but you can't do it. Like, I was pretty blown away about how terrible this made me feel watching it. Knowing the fact, like, that really was the most interesting thing about it to me. I was like blown away. I was like, wow, how can you not even be half or like medium, like within the realm
so
of
far off base? Yeah.
How can you how you could take these two films that are literally going off the same script and trying to mimic the same shots and literally be as far apart on the spectrum of creativity and brilliance and like atmosphere and feeling versus just nothing, a big nothing. I can't wait for this to finish. It's a huge, biggest piece of polish. Like, that was the most interesting thing to me, because I was like, it's so far apart that you can't just mimic art. It felt like, this doesn't make a lot of sense, but it kind of, the feeling of this, maybe set in the 90s or the look of it or something, it made me feel like if there was some tacky lawn ornament made of like a Monet painting or something, I don't know, and somebody stuck it on their lawn and it just like dried out in the sun. That's what it feels like. It's just like, it's not even in the same realm of artistry, that I was just kind of blown away at how far apart they were. That was the only thing interesting to me about watching this.
That's interesting, because this is where the boom comes. I'm so glad that you went there, because this is what I found out after this viewing. Because I looked this up, I was like, I was obsessed with this idea. Like, why the fuck would you do this? Like, and like the and sell it part is the thing that killed me, because it's like, as somebody who's like in the creative field, you do mimic things, you do take inspiration, you do homage,
sure,
but you don't do direct
with
samples.
a handy cam trying to make Psycho. That's, like trying to test, become a director or something. That makes some sense.
Like, experimental shit is fine. Just don't ask me to pay for a product that you absolutely basically stole, that has no, like, that's the problem I have with it, because I can sit, like, I cut my teeth learning to draw like fucking Dragon Ball Z characters from pictures. So like, that's that's how you develop. There is some absolute value to that. But I didn't like, I guess if I was a kid and selling my drawings, I'd be just cute. But it was infringing. It would be infringing. And I didn't get millions of dollars in budget to make that. Now, here's the thing, though. speaking directly to like why would you do this? Why would Gus Van Sant go through this trouble? This was a blank check movie for him after Good Will Hunting, apparently. And he did this as a cinematic experiment, but apparently his goal was to challenge Hollywood's obsession with remakes and formulaic intellectual property. By doing exactly fucking that and selling it, and I think it both makes its point and fucks its point at the same time. It's like if somebody it's like the Punisher telling you that murder is bad. Like, yeah, you fucking murdered a bunch of like. It just doesn't make any goddamn sense. You did the thing that you're critiquing, and you didn't you transgressed in order to make your point, I guess. But I don't think that point needed to be made by transgressing. I just don't understand
the quote that I found. The quote that I found from him, and I'm sure like he consistently like changes what he says about this. But the one that I found was he said, quote, "You can't copy a film. You can appropriate, but it's not going to be the same thing." So like, duh.
But we know this.
Yeah, I don't know that you need to make a movie to prove that.
You don't prove that to the audience. We fucking know. You prove that to the people funding and making these movies. The person that wrote you that check, they wrote a bad check to you for a bad movie. Is that your point?
If it don't gel, it ain't Jello.
That's what they say. Twice.
Yeah,
multiple fucking times.
Man, Vince Vaughn is
bad.
Oh my god.
He's just a fucking now. He's so fucking goofy.
His little laugh and his little swagger that he has when he's not swag, but like I don't know, his little body movements. I don't know, man. It's just it felt like watching like a stage play where you're watching like a bunch of middle school teenagers try to do something.
Like community
I don't know.
Theater,
so
maybe.
Yeah, dude. Oh, it's so bad.
He's like giggling and eating candy and jerking off in the corner, and it's so far away from creepy.
A lot of that is affectation. A lot of that is the affectation that came from the original film. The thing is, like, and that's the thing, though, is like they're not just rereading the script; they're directly lifting performances. It's not like
they're trying to.
He's no Anthony Perkins.
Yes,
though.
that's
like
what they're aiming for.
He just can't do
Anthony
it.
Perkins.
But it's not even that. Like he's a bad actor that can't do
He's
it.
not.
Like
This movie is full of good actors.
The intention.
That's the thing about it.
It is so full of good actors.
Yeah, it is.
Jammed with A-listers.
Yeah.
Robert
It's not
Forster's
their
in this
fault.
fucking movie, or Philip Baker Hall, William H. Goddamn Macy.
Yeah,
in this movie. Like
Macy
Viggo
in
Mortensen. It's none of their faults. I'm not really blaming any of the actors. Like they all
do
suck.
their job, but their job is a stupid fucking job.
But it's interesting how bad it is. Like that's the thing about it, about art and saying like meeting somebody without a soul. It is a weird thing that like I couldn't look at this and say, like, oh, that shot is so terrible or something like that. It just well, okay. Yeah, that's why I hesitated when I said that. But it just like it's weird. It's weird that it feels so soulless.
It should.
I don't know. It's like somebody sucked the soul out of someone. How would you act if you met someone that could act like a regular person but felt like they had no soul? Like it's so
feels
weird.
Like the opposite of creativity. That's the thing. Is like that's. Sorry, Bob. Go ahead.
I think where I kind of landed after this rewatch, and I was like, why does this suck so bad? And like there's a lot of reasons it sucks so bad, but I think ultimately it should have just been like if they were going to remake Psycho, they should have made it like they should have gone full bore, black and white, period piece, like actually tried their best to recreate it. This weird like half 60s, half 1998 thing is a fucking pile of shit. Or if they didn't want to do that like actual period piece style, rewrite it. Update it, make it more of the 90s. Like this weird, like
further
half in, half out situation is fucking terrible, man. And like the shots, so like when you're talking about the shots, Juice, like maybe you can't pick them out. The thing to me that stood out the most are the kill sequences, which are some of the most like lauded shots in all of cinema in the original are like they stand out to me in this remake as being the absolute worst moments in this movie. The shower kill is literally laughable to me. It sucks, dude. It's
you know what scene
terrible.
I hated? I was kind of waiting for it because I was curious, but by this time I was just like, how are they gonna do this? The ending where Vince Vaughn comes in as the mother, I was kind of like, okay, I want to see what this. Oh my, it's indescribable, my feelings because I was curious. I was like, oh, is he gonna be
What the hell?
I thought he was going to come right. You know, when he comes running in at the end,
It's like a manic thing. Yeah.
Yeah, like a man thing. And it's like so off the wall. And in this one, he's just kind of like creeping in the shadows. And then she like kicks him in the face. The ending's terrible.
It is. And like the voiceover with the
so
slow,
bad.
when he's in the jail cell and they do the slow zoom in on his face, like they do in the original, of course. And like the voiceover, it's funny. Like if you just like take the score out of this,
Oh my God.
and you do, you could say this for a lot of movies to be fair, but you add some of like the Seinfeld slap bass. This is a 5-star comedy. Like this is the funniest movie you've ever seen in your life.
Maybe.
That's the key. The slap bass is the funniest instrument,
Yeah.
as we all know.
Man.
Yeah,
for
I don't
the
know, man.
90s
Like
too, yeah.
I don't understand it as an experiment. It seems self-defeating and an affront to anybody who liked the original and an affront to anybody who hasn't seen the original and gets to see this one first and have the original spoiled and ruined for them in a whole new way. The idea that this is like even a 90s movie just isn't true. But just because you say Walkman does not make it a movie set in the then modern day. Like I don't see that. I would go further than what you said, Bob, and like I wouldn't even I mean, this is probably pretty clear from my opinions in the past, but I would not remake Psycho. I would, if you want to try and recapture lightning and show the falsity of that, remake something, or not even remake something, excuse me, make something new that is intentionally going for exactly what Psycho did, including setting it in black and white and doing it with time appropriate. If you really want to see what it's like to do that, then you got to add some creativity to it that isn't just like random inserted shots to make it seem more like a shot out of Seven out of nowhere, like where you have fucking, I don't know, a cow's eye or whatever the fuck they showed, lightning, like stupid fucking shit.
The William H. Macy kill where he falls down the stairs, which is like so like perfectly
God,
from the
dude.
1960s and like interesting when you watch it in the
including
original.
the technology. Like
When you watch it
they
in
use the
this,
exact same technique.
it's funny. It's like the scream that William H. Macy, who's a great actor, delivers, and they're cutting in with the fucking broad lounging and like the cab.
Yeah,
and like,
the broad lounging.
it's fucking funny, dude. It's
I didn't laugh,
unintentionally funny.
I actually thought this was very much a 90s film, and the film it made me think of, weirdly enough, I don't know if like the color palette, just the settings going around, or I don't know why. It feels very 90s to me. Was Mystery Men.
the William
where
H.
that-
Macy vibe.
I know why.
Maybe it's
because
maybe
they do
it's
a
the
lot of
William
those
H.
wide
Macy.
angle shots for some reason. Like, did you notice that? There's a few shots that are like in the last scene in particular, like in the jail cell when he's handing off the blanket. I noticed it. The shot from Norman's perspective. It's sort of like it looks like a fucking Jamiroquai music video. It looks so modern. It's fucking stupid.
I wish it was. That would be better.
But yeah, I mean, in that case, that is a spoof. It's like making fun of things that are cinematic, you know, those kind of things. And so I was like, okay, yeah, that's appropriate and like very of the time of like 90s things going on at the time. And that's why it almost feels like it's supposed to be making fun of it's like it's so bad you're just like assuming that it's making fun of
They
Psycho.
can't be for real. You're like,
Yeah, that's what it feels like. But there's no jokes. They're just it's almost like it's like mimicking a brilliant performance as if you're being sarcastic about it, and you're like, well, this.
It's like if they made a scary movie with no jokes in it.
Yeah,
I felt
I
felt that very strikingly when they were doing the like 1960s I'm in a car driving but I'm not really in a car driving shots.
Yeah.
It feels like such a parody.
Or whatever that is.
Yeah, in those scenes I was like, this feels like I should be laughing my ass off. But they're playing it so dead ass and it just doesn't work at all, man.
But then it makes it feel like you're like, are they like backhand complimenting my friend? You know, it's like one of those things where you're like, are they
hate
being
Psycho?
assholes about this? Yeah, it's so weird.
Do they like
I hate it so much. I hate it so. It's unbelievable.
This has been extremely validating for me. So
No, it was strange. And like I said, it did have some value in the fact that it really made me think about how I think about and react to like movies and art, because I was just sitting there the whole time, seriously, the whole time thinking like, man, I've never quite experienced something so devoid of artistic nature in a film. I really do. I feel like I was...
Well, that's the point, Juice. Now you get it.
That's the thing is like,
kind
of feels like you kind of feels like Gus Van Sant told you exactly what you're saying right now. And like, so if that's if you gauge this movie based on intentionality and how you received it, and it's a great movie, apparently.
And
that's horrifying.
I mean, I feel like in some other ways you've experienced that not so directly through other forms of art. And especially it's kind of interesting now that we're reviewing this in this day and age where we're talking about like AI and things like that about, oh, well, it looks good enough, you know, like, or just that replacement of things of like, oh, well, it looks good. Maybe it's not perfect, but it looks good enough, or it's close enough, or you can't really tell or whatever. And it's like, you can, like, I don't know. There's this film that has these A-list actors in it that's shot with a big budget. And just for an entire hour and a half, hour 45, whatever runtime, I'm sitting here going like, God, this literally is a piece of art that has no soul. And I feel that.
Yeah.
It's very strange. It's very strange.
There's a scene that happens in 1960. Well, all the scenes happen in 1960 Psycho, but that happens in this movie where like in the 1960 version when he's up at the house having a conversation with his mom, and it's like his quote mom, and it's very, very loud, and Marion overhears it from her motel room. I like take it at face value. I never thought about like the volume of that conversation. And then in this movie, when he runs up to the house and they have the same conversation, I'm like, those motherfuckers are yelling so goddamn. There's no possible way she would be able to hear them. And it's like so hilarious in this version. Whereas like there's a certain, I guess, grace you might give to movies that are of a certain age. And also I think like black and white movies, like there's just like a context that you just like lend to them where like there's don't
an artistic disassociation that happens with something where the color is not better way to say true to life.
Yeah, exactly. Where like this feels more set in reality. So when things like that happen, you're like, this is funny instead of like, I'm giving this movie a little bit of grace. And it's just like that scene really stuck out to me because it's like exactly the same, but it's just fucking goofy as hell in this.
See, none of it made me feel like anything but like boredom and rage in different amounts. So I got no humor out of it. Like maybe like the throw your hands up in the air and chuckle because what the fuck else can you do sort of thing. But even that was hard to come by. It's like just watching these actors do the best facsimile of something that already exists in a classic. It's just ultimately like it is an experiment, fine, but the fact that they expect people to fund their experiment and pay for it out of their own pockets for something that they think they're getting something new and they're getting like the off-brand version, it is the worst. This is like, it's the worst like fucking store brand of a movie I've ever seen.
I guess
I don't see that as a valid way to make the point that that's bad.
Gus Van Sant really dunked on like the studio. I don't even know who paid for this, but I'm sure it was expensive. It just like made no money. It just like failed miserably.
Good.
Really stuck it to him, you know.
But I will say that you threw up the blue, Bob, at the beginning of this. That poster, what of that art is like so talking about, you know, blockbuster cover movies or whatever. That's like one that just. I honestly didn't even necessarily associate that with Psycho, I just know it so well or whatever. I've seen it like so many times.
It's striking. Like it really is. Yeah. It's a cool
it's a good
cover.
Because the original is a good poster. Like that it uses the original like typeface that they used on Psycho materials in the past. Like I don't know. And the other thing is like this is the original is lauded for its like title sequence, which was like done by one of the most world famous designers, Saul Bass. And it was like groundbreaking that you would even have a title sequence done this way, in this graphic way that follows the music. It does all these things, like an artistic approach to that sort of thing. And buddy, they mimic the exact same thing. Turning the lines green instead of gray does not make this anything better or worthy of being made. It's an exercise you do to see if you can do the technique, and then you put it on your shelf or you put it in your fucking hard drive and you think about it never.
Oh my god.
Yeah. Oh. There's another moment in this where like I do like Vince Vaughn generally speaking as an actor, but there was like the standout moment in this movie for me with Vince Vaughn. He's like cleaning up after the murder of Marion Crane, and he's like walking out of the motel room, and he's got like a bucket and a mop, and a car drives by, and he just kind of like drops everything he's carrying, and he like tries to do like a fake smile, and it feels like the most cheesy like I'm Vince Vaughn doing a Psycho like freeze frame in this whole thing. It feels so forced, man.
The thing that bothered me the most, I don't know why, every time he runs up to the house, like his little saunter to go up to the house, it was pissing me off.
Still trying to capture Anthony Perkins.
Also the way he changes outfits so quickly, and like in the black and white version, like obviously whenever you see like him as the mom, like his face is painted black. But you don't necessarily clock that because it's black and white or whatever, you know, it just might be like in shadow. But in this, his face is just black. It's painted black. So you know when he goes up to the house, he has to like wash his face off before he runs down. It just adds like another like 5 minutes that he doesn't have. So like it takes you out of that moment even more. It just makes it suck more, like generally.
I don't know, man. That part, like that stuff is like not inconsequential in comparison to the broader picture to me. Like I can't even like focus on that shit because it's deep in the weeds of shit forest. Like I don't want to go spelunking any further than the top of this.
It's been a little while since I've seen the original Psycho. Like at least I would say at least 4 or 5 years. So it hasn't been super recent. I couldn't remember. Are there birds in the basement of the original Psycho?
I think so. If there are, they're like in a normal coop or something.
Yeah, I think it's just
the mom.
I think so.
Yeah, I was like, why are there a bunch of birds here?
The things they choose to change are so weird.
They don't even make any sense. Yeah.
That's the other thing. It's like, if that's your goal with the experiment to like try and recreate a movie and show that you can't recreate a movie and make it work, that it's never going to be the same thing, then why change anything? Why the fuck would you add these weird shots? Why add shots of? Why add these birds? Why add fucking a Walkman reference? Why? Like it doesn't make any goddamn sense. Why?
Like seriously, weren't there peacocks in that basement?
I don't remember the peacock. It was full of birds. No, there was like I don't remember what.
Yeah, like
it was like some exotic
plumage bird. Yeah. So there were like pheasants or something. I don't know.
I remember. I was waiting for the reveal of like Vince Vaughn coming in, but I remember thinking like, well, this is so weird.
When they're like having their sandwiches and milk, and he's like, "You eat like a bird." Meanwhile, she's surrounded by dead and stuffed birds. It's like like, it's creepy when Anthony Perkins says it, but when Vince Vaughn says it and he's like twiddling his thumbs in the corner, it's just like, man, it sucks.
His little giggle is pissing me off.
When he can't say the word bathroom, like it's not creepy, it's funny. It's just funny. Like, the only positives I can say about this is, like, if you want to have a laugh, throw this on. Like,
I didn't laugh.
Yeah, I don't think I would get a laugh out of this.
All
unless,
right.
I didn't
literally
find it
just be us
entertaining.
chatting. It would be funny.
Yeah, god damn, dude. It was making
I don't know.
me mad.
I'm trying to think if there's anybody they could have cast that would have made this less insufferable than Vince Vaughn.
I don't even really think it's
pointless
his fault,
experiment.
though. Yeah, it's everybody.
I was thinking about this because, like, I can't even remember now. It's a blur. They didn't really even show the Yabos from the shower scene, right? Were they hiding them, or was it
they
like...
don't. Even in the
they
original.
don't in the original.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. There's no
It's
actual
implied,
nudity.
but not shown. They actually show more in this than they did in the original, but it's like a few frames, I think, when he's jerking it before she even gets in.
Very important.
Oh.
Jerking his
Which, yeah,
dirty
why
little
add that?
hog.
Maybe,
Why? Why?
maybe.
Vince Vaughn's got to paint that fucking wall.
I was just trying to decide if I have to give half star for Yabos or not.
I don't know.
When he was looking through the hole, yeah, I don't know. I can't even remember, honestly.
I remember because I was like,
sucks.
I couldn't remember for sure if they did or didn't. So I was looking kind of closely, like, did they show breast in this? And they don't show it in the actual murder scene, but they do show it in the jerking it scene.
They do show. Okay, so I do have to
Like,
have
very.
stuff for
I
the
think
Yabos.
I don't know if you can really make out the nipple, but you see side boob at least, nude side.
That's
boob.
what I was
You take
thinking.
that
Like,
for
I can't
whatever you
remember if
think.
I saw it or not. I don't
Randy.
think I'm giving it. Just I know I might be breaking code.
If we
but
have to think this hard about it,
then no.
Well, I feel like that might be the only half star it gets. So I don't know.
0 to half stars.
Overall, who can
That's-
say?
Yeah, this movie's pretty rough, man. Pretty rough. Yeah, we've been like dunking on this pretty hardcore. Any major points you guys want to touch on that we haven't yet before we rate this thing?
I mean,
No, I
No,
guess
I'll cover my
not.
final
Except the birds. That was weird. I don't know. Are there any other changes that really stuck out to you that were questionable, like the birds?
The
That
kill
was the only
scenes
thing.
where they intersplice the weird clouds.
That was
and
the worst
Yeah,
one.
yeah.
shit like that.
Yeah,
I'll
what
die
was
thinking about that
different?
Walkman comment. I will die with that in my brain. Okay, let me grab my Walkman. It's like, oh my god! Tell me you didn't pay anybody to come in and write that into the script. Jesus Christ!
The $400,000 instead of the 40. I think it was 40,000 in the original.
that's true.
Like when he picks up the paper and it's full of the money, like that would be the heaviest newspaper in the fucking. You would open it.
full of the
It'd
money.
feel like there was a brick inside of it. So like him not opening that, I was like, that's another thing that's just like goofy.
This is a full of the money.
Yeah, full of the money. It's. I don't know. I like all these actors, and they've done so much good work in like. But if they all fail in this movie, it's not on them. You know, it's on the fucking
no.
director
No.
for sure.
There's things you can point to, but I agree.
Yeah, some
Like
choices.
individual performances you could point to, and choices that
Yeah.
the few they get to make or that
Yeah.
were made for them. Maybe
Like
Who can say?
when you see William H. Macy show up, it's like I feel like he probably leans into the 1960s dialogue the hardest that I can recall, and it like makes sense when he shows up and he makes that choice. You're like I want everybody to follow him, but like he comes in halfway through the movie and you're like, well, it's too late, so now he feels out of place. But that choice makes more sense to me. But like,
well, the older people in the movie speaking more anachronistically makes a kind of
yeah,
sense.
that's a
Like
good
Robert
point.
Forster speaking the way he speaks
Yeah.
is not that big of a deal. It comes off way more authentic. And it's not just because he's a good actor. It's because Anne Heche is having to read lines of a woman from the 1960s in the 1990s. And it just doesn't. And Julianne Moore
She
is
doesn't
doing the same
speak
thing.
that way. Yeah.
yeah,
Like
it's
that.
very
It does not
awkward.
feel authentic. It feels Freaky Friday. Like it's not.
Yeah. Yeah, and
Oh,
God,
man.
you know, I like Viggo Mortensen. I think he's a fine actor. His accent in this is fucking terrible, man. It's bad.
Yeah, it is
God,
bad. That stood
God
out to
in
me
heaven.
as well.
Yeah. All right, well, let's go ahead and rate this thing out of 5. Rand Diesel, since this whole episode is about making you hate your fucking life, why don't you kick us
Oh,
off
boy.
out of
Oh,
5?
boy.
How do you feel about Psycho from 1998.
Well, I'll tell you, one of the all-time validations is just bringing you guys down into hell with me so that we can complain about it. Yeah, no, I hate this movie a lot. And I will say that, like, having seen it now, I think 3 times, maybe even a 4th that I don't remember. Because I saw this, like, I rented it from Blockbuster. Like, so
sticks out.
It's not like when I watched it as a kid. So who knows what I rented? Yeah, I just don't. I feel like as much as I hated it, and like looking up his actual intentions and the experiment of it or whatever, that was a little more interesting. That added a little bit of credence to me, even though I think that it is self-defeating, fucking like the worst kind of seeking a problem or supposedly solving a problem or pointing out a problem. The worst way of doing what he's saying he's doing. It's just fucking tacky to make the point about tacking. It just doesn't work, man. It's bad. It's at least an attempt of some kind, though. I went into this every single time watching it thinking, like, the only attempt being made here is to do the exact same goddamn thing, and that is pointless, and I can't believe they're making us pay for it. At least, bare minimum, absolute bottom, scraping the bottom of the barrel to give it any level of credit, at least it is trying to make a critique about that subject. It just fails fucking spectacularly, and it's miserable to watch to boot. And yeah, I don't know. What else can you say? These are a lot of great actors, amazing A-list actors got roped into this, got paid hopefully reasonably well, but they ultimately got paid by a bunch of people that were conned into sitting in a fucking theater to watch a movie they already saw 60 years ago. So fuck this movie. I'm going to give it a 0.5.
Ooh, 0.5 from Randy Z. Juice. How do you feel?
Not good, Bob. I think the most, I don't know what to say else about this film except that, like, it's weird to feel a movie like devoid of atmosphere or tension, or it's like, I don't know. It's weird to experience a movie in this way. I don't think I've ever quite experienced this before. I mean, we watched Birdemic, for God's sakes. I mean,
that felt more artistic. Yeah.
I've watched terrible movies, plenty of terrible movies, and it just, I don't know. It was weird. It was a weird experience. I never watched this before, and I was kind of like going to go in with the fair share, like a curiosity of, like, I don't know. It's hard to describe. Yeah, I truly feel like it would be like meeting someone that had no soul and trying to tell somebody they had no soul. Like, it would be like that, and you'd be like, what the fuck are you talking about? And you're just like, I don't know. There's nothing behind the eyes. It's what it feels like. It was so strange. Because I was like, I mean, yeah, there are some bad choices as far as, like, technique goes, but I mean, it's not the worst, like, put together thing. A-list actors, the movie that it's sourcing is fucking brilliant. And it's just, oh man, even the credits, like we were talking about the opening, I was just like, it just feels so wrong. I keep trying to, like, describe ways in which it feels wrong, and, like, nothing just comes. It feels like watching a tiger wear, like, a tiger coat or something. Like, it's just like I don't know, like one of those hairless cats. It, like, feels like it's not.
You take that coat off, cat.
It's like a rainbow in the dark, you know, man.
Yeah,
like a snake in its own tail.
A rainbow in the dark. But no, I hated this. I hated the whole thing about it. And other than it just, like, making me think about art and film in general, I didn't get anything out of this. Yeah, I'm going to go half star as well. It's the weirdest oddity of a film I've ever kind of experienced in my life. And I hated it. I hated every second of it. Honestly,
is that really inclusive of the Yabos or no?
I don't know. Like, since we can't remember, I don't know. Maybe. guess
a phantom half star.
It's
for the yabos that
it's everything. Yeah, I don't know.
Max likes your yabos. In fact, he loves them.
He loves them. Oh man, what a weird experience this movie is. Bob, out of 5, what are you going to give old Psycho?
Yeah, hearing you talk about this just now, it does make you kind of appreciate even what, like the movies that would often be referred to as like the worst horror remakes or just remakes in general of all time. Like,
money grabs.
It kind of makes you appreciate them a little more than this. Like Nightmare on Elm Street, Friday the 13th, Rob Zombie's Halloween
Resurrection.
Yeah, just like dog shit movies. You're like, well, at least they tried to do something kind of different and didn't just...
Somebody had an idea.
Yes. Bad or shitty.
Very bad idea.
Even if it was to separate people from their money, they try to think of an idea that would do that.
Yes. Yeah. That would be kind of different. Yeah. So... I guess
they set out to make a good movie. They didn't set out to make a different movie.
Yeah.
I don't know. Even if they didn't set out to make a good movie, they set out to make some entertainment form of entertainment.
Something that has something good about it.
An idea so they believed in. Yeah. Not just an exact copy paste soulless monster of a movie. Yeah, this is terrible, and we've covered that ad nauseum at this point.
Honestly, I think one thing, like I kind of think that if they made this with like almost no budget, with a small cast, and just did it as an exercise and then showed it for free at like the Met or something, I wouldn't have a big issue with it, and it would still suck.
Yeah, same.
But it would make that point without asking the people to subsidize it or to treat it like an actual Hollywood production.
It's an exercise that you just have to pay for to watch. Yeah,
I could just look at your sketchbooks. I don't need to see this fucking multi-million-dollar production.
Yeah. You don't have to pay to watch athletes train. You know, like this doesn't.
I guess you do. Sometimes I'm sure people do. That's a whole.
Well, I would never.
Maybe not. Actually, I don't know.
Yeah.
I'll say generally speaking,
training camps. I think they're probably. I don't know.
No, it's free.
Well, no, that might not be.
It's free. You can go watch and work out.
Okay.
If you want to do that sort of thing, which
I think there are quite a few people that would want to watch dudes working out.
Maybe I want to watch Gus Van Sant work out. You know what I'm saying?
Well, I mean, people pay me to work out all the time.
Yes.
Hey, let me see that nipple one more time. Pop that shirt over. I know you're getting hot over there. I know you're getting hot.
No, it's getting so much hotter, don't you think?
Oh, boys, it's hot over here in Seoul.
This movie sucks. We've been ducking on this movie for quite a long time, and we've been trying to treat this as like a movie like that sort of kind of exists in and of itself. But like if you forget that, which it's easy to forget that, and like you watch this knowing, or even just having seen the original, it makes it that much worse. And I feel like most people are going to go into watching this movie having already seen the original and experiencing like the innovative nature of it and like appreciating it for what it is, and that just makes it even harder to get anything out of this. There's just no tension because they tell you up front this is shot from the exact same script. So you know exactly what's going to be happening here. There's no surprises whatsoever. The only surprises are like in the failures of this remake. It just like blindsides you how fucking poorly put together this is. Also, another sort of surprise I had was like when the credits are rolling, they have this like very bad guitar cover rendition of the theme that is like totally unnecessary.
Oh, I turned it off immediately.
Dude, it sounds terrible. I don't know why that was a choice that was made.
See that either.
God damn.
There's just like, there's no way to appreciate this really almost in any way. So, I will say, here are the positives. I've tried to force myself to write some positives.
Wow.
I guess if you just hate black and white movies, which maybe those people exist, this is in color. I guess that's a positive. So,
That's the boss.
I got a couple more.
Color.
This is in color.
In color.
Oh my god.
Vince Vaughn is a goofy goon ass fucker in this, so you can kind of laugh at him if you want to do that.
Goon ass fucker.
He's a goon. he's a goon ass fucker.
But in color.
The colors, Duke. The colors.
Plus a half star for Shaboy Flea manning the register at the hardware store.
What a memorable performance it was.
You know, he's got like a couple words, I think. Plus a half star for the social services lady from Miss Doubtfire showing up married to the sheriff in this for a couple brief moments. That's nice.
The administrative assistant.
Periwinkle Blue.
That's nice. And also dressing up as Vince Vaughn as Norma Bates. Specifically, great Halloween costume idea. And that's what I got. Those are my positives.
That's true.
That's what I got.
I would question those positives, but you know what? It's a house of cards. It'll fall on its own.
I'm trying to pull something out of this. That will get me to a solid 1 star, though. Trying my hardest.
Wow.
Solid 1 star. That's the best I can do.
Very generous of you.
Controversial.
That's gonna.
But I think overall we know how this lands.
It stinks.
It does.
Have you ever given a half star before, Bob? Are you specifically trying not to give a half star?
No, I'm sure. I'm sure I have. I couldn't tell you what for though. I'm like that terrible, like long titled movie that we did like 8 years ago.
Oh yeah,
Trauma movie. The whatever. I don't know. Yeah, I'm sure.
Yeah,
it doesn't matter. Yeah, solid 1 star. That's going to put our aggregate at a 0.7 for Psycho 1998. Randy's
a 0.5.
Let's
Blade Trinity a 0.5.
Wait, which? Oh,
Gave
Blade
Ghost
Trinity.
Of Mars.
Oh, really?
0.5.
Ghost of Mars is terrible. Yeah.
Ghost of
better than
Mars.
this.
Dude, I would rather watch Ghost of Mars than this.
Me too.
He gave Creep a point.
I hate Creep. I hate that.
This is the big one. The Lodge.
I fucking hate The Lodge. That movie sucks.
You would rather watch this movie again than watch
better
The Lodge.
than The Lodge. Oh,
honestly, that's the one that I'm like, it's a bit of a coin toss. I'd rather watch Creep. I'd rather watch Blade Trinity. That one's like
Jigsaw.
Oh god, that movie's fucking.
I can't even remember that movie, honestly.
And a Serbian film, which I would
rather watch Psycho.
A Serbian film. So.
I'd rather watch Psycho, yeah.
I might rather watch Jigsaw than this, but that movie's pretty fucking bad too. Yeah, Jigsaw. Yeah,
I would watch literally everything besides a Serbian film on that list before I'd watch it.
That's fair. That's bottom of the barrel shit for sure.
Mm-hmm.
Rand Diesel, why don't you?
Not The Lodge, but sure.
That movie sucks dick, man.
The Lodge is top tier.
And certainly not Creep. Creep and The Lodge.
Those movies
for sure.
are bad. Creep 2, though, pretty good, I think, surprisingly.
That blows my mind.
Pretty good.
I think they're very similar.
Can't wait for movies Bob hates month. That's going to be a real
we've already
treat.
covered those.
I already know what movie I'm going to pick, but I forgot that he hated Creep so much, and I forgot that we covered Creep.
Oh, yeah,
honestly.
we have.
I completely forgot about how we've done so many movies. Like I don't remember that at all.
Get your thoughts. I think that's going to be our June poll.
Oh, no.
So I creep. Yeah, just keep it on down.
It is happening again.
All right, Bob.
Yeah, let's get into our Rotten Maters segment.
Certified.
Perfect timing. All right, this is the Rotten Tomatoes segment in which I'm going to have these gentlemen guess within the best of their abilities what the aggregate positive score is for Psycho 98 on RottenTomatoes.com, starting with the tomatometer, the users, and moving on to the poopometer. Poopometer is the users, tomatometer is the critics. Jesus Christ. Episode 575 almost.
Who knows? I don't know.
Okay.
Creeping close to that 600, boys.
Getting close. So there are 77 critic reviews counted for here. 77, less than 100. Keep that in mind as you make your wagers. I'm going to start with Bob today. Bob, what percentage of those 77 would you say are positive reviews?
Dude, this is going to be low as fuck. I wonder how low. Do I dare go to the single digits on this? This is, I don't think anybody
really
likes this. So I'm going to go
Bobo? How low can you go, Bobo? How low can you go, Bobo?
Oh man, I'll take a 10%. I'll play it kind of safe. 10%.
Okay, all right. Soju, where you at with it?
Yeah, it's hard to imagine someone rating this positively. So, but there's some weirdos out there, and 10% is like, I could, if it's 2%, I agree.
Yeah, I get
so,
it. Yeah.
But I think I'll be a little safe and take the high end. I'll say 12%. I'm not going to give it
12%.
any more than that.
All right, both in double digits, but I'll let you know now. You guys aren't that close.
What?
You're not that close. The correct answer is fucking 18%. No, 28 percentage point. No. Yeah, 28 percentage point difference. 40% is the correct number. Ruined that reveal so bad. 40%.
That's fucked up. 40.
Oh my god.
Soju, you got that one, but it's man, I don't know if it's worth celebrating.
That's surprising, honestly.
I'll still give a hell yeet, but I won't chant it. There we go. That's all you get.
I won't chant.
I regret it.
Gonna take one knee while I
hell
say
yeet.
It.
It's a hell yeet.
It's a hell yeet. On this, the day our Lord has risen. Let's move over to the user rating, or the poopometer, or the popcorn meter. Starting with Soju, 50,000 plus ratings to consider here. What percentage of those would you say are positive?
50,000. Oh man, this has got to be significantly lower. I'll still just take a 15%.
Okay, 15%. Bob, where are you coming on that one?
I guess I'll take the over here, which is wild. I'll take 17%.
17%. What interesting decision making going on with that. So let's see. I'm going to do the math before I speak here. So
I think I lost them.
Beep boop. Okay, 11 percentage point difference between the correct answer and one of you. That correct answer being 28%.
Who's rating this positively? I think we need to go to the positive reviews this week.
Yeah.
Who
Let's
gave it a positive? Yeah,
we can do that. Yeah. So Bob, you're going to take that one. It's a split pot here.
The old yeet and
Let's see what these
see it
fools
every
liked
day.
about this movie. Here's somebody that gave it 4 out of 5. Gus Van Sant Psycho is as it is because he knows that we have already seen Hitchcock's version, and that despite replicating the original scene to scene, he also takes unexpected directions. Nope.
He does that.
What?
Nope, he does not.
Barely.
He makes like three unexpected changes, and none of them are good.
Oh my god.
None of them are additive. It sucks.
Oh my
Sucks a whole lot.
god.
Hey, let's read another one. The crimes of Hitchcock's Psycho are theft and imitation. Van Sant turns those into an aesthetic, and I think into a triumph of queer cinema.
What?
Dude, what? Somebody's really trying. Really trying.
The crimes of Hitchcock's Psycho are theft and imitation. Why would the original Psycho be? What were they thieving and imitating?
This
exactly
isn't thieving and imitating, but is a triumph of queer cinema. But the original is thieving and
fucking
imitating.
Stand. Ah! God damn.
I told you reading the positives would be better.
This is blowing my mind.
That was a good call. That was a good fucking call. I'm going to read one more. I got to read one more. A lot of people may not get the point of recreating a work such as Psycho. I didn't get it until
guilty.
I saw the film.
Oh no.
That's not a review.
That's
what
a
did
blurb,
you get?
But in fairness,
What? Oh, okay. A quote. Okay.
I mean, these are all blurbs. I don't know what the context of what these people say is ever, but it's
Oh my god.
Fuck it.
Oh my god.
Oh my god.
That gives us a paper tiger to point to. Anyway, that's it for Rotten Tomatoes.
So
Bob, how's
wacky.
that trivia? Did we cover it all already?
No, we got some trivia. Let's do it.
All right.
It's totally time for trivia.
Creep. Yeah.
Let me see. Yeah, I got to scroll down. I did say a lot of this here. During filming, Gus Van Sant brought along a DVD player and played the original Psycho from 1960, and they used this for reference when he spotted a mistake. Particularly the door opening without a key. Van Sant wanted to put that same mistake in his movie. I don't know why the fuck.
Nobody gives a fuck.
Nobody gives a fuck, dude. Yes. Although this remake was panned by critics, this did get a blessing from Sir Alfred Hitchcock's daughter, Patricia Hitchcock O'Connell. She even claimed that remaking a film shot for shot is something her father would have done. Hitchcock did indeed remake one of his own films. That makes perfect sense. The Man Who Knew Too Much, 1934, as The Man Who Knew Too Much in 1956, but it wasn't a shot for shot remake. I didn't know that. Did you know that, Randy?
I think I had heard that, but I had totally forgotten it, to be honest with you.
I think I did that too when I covered one of those.
Yeah.
I think it was some kind of technical reason. I can't remember the exact details now.
I guess that would make some kind of sense. Like if you wanted to,
it was some kind of technical thing. I don't think it was just as an experiment or to do it. There was some reason, some like reasonable reason.
Reasonable reason.
Yeah.
Shaboy, Tobey Maguire, Christian Bale, Robert Sean Leonard, Jeremy Davies, Henry Thomas, and Joaquin Phoenix, all considered for the role of Norman Bates.
See, like, I gotta think that Joaquin Phoenix would have done a better job at this with what he's given to do.
Easily. Yeah. Maybe Christian Bale.
I was even thinking Tobey Maguire can play swirly. Yeah.
Like
maybe not as like
gives that vibe as a natural. The thing is, like, Vince Vaughn just seems like I don't know, and maybe this is the Wedding Crashers aficionado within me, but all I see is a bro dude. Like all I can see when I look at him in this role and most roles, it takes a pretty high bar for him to like supersede that, and this is not fucking cutting that line.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I mean, to be fair, that was like, 8 years after, because he did Wedding Crashers and Old School. And so we think about him in those ways. Yeah. But so that was, this was made before that time. But yeah.
He did play like a psycho killer in Freaky, which was pretty decent, actually. But like that.
And he also was in that Cell Block movie or whatever.
Yes. Cell Block, Brawl on Cell Block 99. And he fucking rules in that. But he's just like kind of like a stone cold killer. Like he's not fidgety or awkward or, but he does well in that. Yeah. So like he does have some range. I think, I said it a couple times. Everybody sucks in this movie. So it's not really his fault necessarily.
No. But
I just think there are people that are just naturally better selections.
Yeah. I agree.
But also, too, I wouldn't want to drag those people to this film either. So,
it's it's
I don't think Christian Bale would have saved this movie.
No, just would have sucked.
Might have been a little less like stupid to watch. I don't know. More boring instead of actively stupid.
The last scene of the film, Mother's monologue, is a multi-track of 3 voices. You got Mother from this version, the male voice from. It says Norman, but it doesn't say which Norman. I assume Vince Vaughn Norman. And then Mother from the original Psycho 1960, all sandwiched together.
Oh, my God.
I mean, I did notice that, and like I'll say, if you're looking for something to praise, that was not the worst thing that they could have done. It just was couched in a shot that made him look, again, like fucking Jamiroquai, as he did the glowering look.
It was
and
a
then
music
they did like the stupid superimposed face that they overly form-fitted rather than just showed an image of the skeleton.
Yeah.
What can you do?
Burn in hell.
I think all the other trivia we covered, actually. So that's going to do it for us.
Hell yeah, dude.
Boys, let's talk about our Cooter of the Week.
Straight chillin'. Cooter of the Week.
Juice, what is a Cooter and why do we hunt them?
Cooter as a character type and a straight chillin' legal exclusive. Cooter has to hit 3 of these 5 points to be considered a Cooter, but we want a Cooter with the most points. The 5 points of Cooterdom are sexual deviancy, manipulation, smug arrogance, overall look and attire, and overall patheticness. Boys, it feels weird to cover Norman Bates as a Cooter here in 1998, but we got to do it, I guess.
I gotta bring to Cooter Court Gus Van Sant on this one.
That's fine.
Oh, all right.
We can cover him first. Go, Bob.
Manipulation. Smug arrogance.
Manipulated the audience into seeing this movie. Arrogance.
Yeah, smug
in making
arrogance.
this movie.
I'll be real. I don't know what he looks like. I'm not really sure. TBH. He probably
That's sus as shit. 0.3.
Let's see if we can.
I don't know what you look like, you creep.
So I creep in the air.
I've always been a creeper.
I was gonna look and see if I could find any weird outfit that he's wearing to justify that.
Well, let's while you're doing that,
like
we'll talk.
a regular ass fucking dude. TBH.
Yeah, he kind of
Patheticness. I would say no because dude got fucking paid for this. Somehow.
Yeah, he did.
That's true. Yeah,
and we don't know about his sexual.
Yeah. Damn it.
Yeah. His sexploits remain a
Guess
mystery.
we got to let him go. He's only got 2
I was
going to
look up controversy and just see if he's got anything on
just
the
for the
list.
hell of it. Just really
Now
dig
we're
up
really
some dirt.
The only thing that comes up is about Psycho.
Straight Chilling goes TMZ on this episode.
There's nothing else except that Psycho first pops up.
I heard
He once
Gus
left
Van
a
Sant.
3% tip at a buffet.
Gus Van Sant took your mom out to a steak dinner and made her pay.
Oh, is that why they say queer cinema? I didn't realize. So it says he's one of the top gay directors working today. I didn't know anything about
that at
him.
all. Yeah.
Yeah, so that must have been that came
factors
from that.
in no way.
But like,
as far as I can tell.
exactly. If you just remake a movie shot for shot, it's not just all of a sudden a gay movie.
Oh no!
Like that doesn't make sense.
I mean, it's not a feather in your cap to do this movie. I don't know that I would go around publicizing it in this way. The queer community has enough going on.
Yeah,
they don't need this baggage.
Leave them alone. All right. Well, I guess that doesn't work out. Yeah, Norman Bates. I guess.
Yeah, I mean, sexual deviant. He's jorking it. At Hesh. He's
jerking that dirty little hog, shooting off on the wall.
Shooting off on the wall.
Pounding off.
Boy.
He's got the look and attire because he's dressing up as like his dead mother.
Yeah, that's an easy one.
Yeah.
Manipulation, of course. He's manipulating literally everybody. Smug arrogance,
including himself.
The way he
he's
as
smug
mother.
as fuck.
Yeah.
But also too is Norman when he goes off and he's like, everyone suggests, everyone, tries to, when she's like, have you thought about putting her somewhere? And he's like, what, an insane asylum or whatever? And everybody suggests her. I don't know. He's definitely smug.
Yeah. He also says like, a son is a terrible replacement for a lover. He says some fucked up shit, man. This dude wants to fuck his mommy, I think. Yeah.
Wow.
I mean, he's Buster Bluth incarnate.
Oh, boy.
Yeah.
So I think he's got enough points. Patheticness. Did we do patheticness? Or looking at tires? Looking at tire and pathetic. Oh, no, we did looking at tire because he's dressed up like his mom. Okay, yeah. Patheticness.
Sexual deviance, patheticness.
Smug arrogance.
Smug arrogance. And
I think we just went through all of them.
Yeah.
Looking at tire, yes.
Check.
Patheticness, yes. Sexual deviance, yes. Smug arrogance, yes. Manipulation, yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Solid. We got a 5-star
Vince Vaughn,
Cooter on our hands.
We got
Vince Vaughn. Yeah, that's the
Vince
Vaughn.
Vaughn.
If you are Vince Vaughn, you get the 6th point.
Bonus point.
Oh boy.
Jerking that dirty little hog in the corner, Vince Vaughn style.
Oh boy.
Damn.
You're just mashing it now.
He said to himself.
You're just mashing it.
Mom.
Well, this is if anybody's going to talk to themselves, it's going to be fucking Norman Bates.
Hey, you guys want to come over for dinner? Just sandwiches and milk. Nothing fancy.
Ooh.
That's got to be it, though, right? Like, I don't know who else we would even talk about.
Fuck everybody else. Can we be
just
done
fuck
with this
it? Just fuck
movie?
it. We're done.
Let's move on.
All right.
Move on.
Let's get into the most important segment of the show and talk about what else we've been watching this week.
Hey gang, what you been watching?
Rand Diesel, you been watching anything good?
I have. As mentioned every week for the past several weeks, The Pit Season 2, great. Twin Peaks Season 3, also great. Having a good time with that. Let's see. Started Midnight Mass for the first time since my original viewing. With a group of friends that had largely not seen it before. So we're going to be slowly chipping away at that. Pretty excited for that little journey. I forgot how short it is. It's only 7 episodes. I thought it was 10 for some reason. I'm very, very excited. It's such an engrossing show. It's still my favorite Flanagan property, I think. We'll see when I get to the end of that. And then really last but not least, because I've just been very busy, but I have been served a lot of Chris Fleming content since I watched his more recent special Live at the Palace, which is probably his best long-form work that I've seen him do. But I found out that he had an Adult Swim sort of like high concept, like almost like a pilot for a series that didn't get picked up called Mayor of Bimmy Gardens. And I didn't know that. So I watched that like yesterday. It was served to me through my algorithm and it was pretty fucking funny. It had, speaking of Flanagan, it had, oh God, what's her name? One of the girls from Haunting of Hill House in it. She's also in that new Forbidden Fruits movie. I can't think of the actress's name. Sorry.
Oh, shit. I'll look it up if you want to keep talking.
Yeah. And then it had like the man in the fireplace from Yule Log. That actor was in it. Like, so it had some like Adult Swimness to it for sure. It was very like the art direction was very artsy or whatever. But the cadence and the jokes and all that stuff, it's clearly 1000% coming out of Chris Fleming's brain, and it's pretty funny. I don't know that I think it was probably a wise decision not to make it a full series if that was the intention, because it's a lot. But yeah, the premise is that he lives in a town where their only crop and their way of sustenance and staying happy and go lucky is boba crops of boba that grows naturally like corn. And the only thing that can turn that sour is if a male person has sexual thoughts, and he then adopts a 17-year-old son, and you can see where that starts to go.
Oh boy.
So very strange, hard to describe. It's pretty funny though. I would check it out.
Victoria Pedretti is the name.
Victoria Pedretti. Okay, yeah, she's great, and she's funny in it. Yeah, I don't know. That's really all I got for this week, though.
All right, Juice.
Soju.
I watched Zootopia Deuce, and that was fine. People really love those movies. I think they're all right. They're solid, but I don't love them. But I'm solid. I started watching screeners for the Overlook Film Festival. Hey-o. So here we go, boys. Hey-o. We're getting into it.
Oh, yes.
All right. So we'll talk about that in our wrap up. I watched a movie called The Testament of Anne Lee. Have y'all heard about this movie?
I've heard about it with Amanda Seyfried.
I think she was maybe nominated for Best Actress or something. There was some reason I specifically sought it out.
Great.
It's really well made. It's got a lot of things that I just don't like in movies, just as personal taste. So it's a musical, which is interesting.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah, and it's religious. It's a religious film. It's about this group of I guess they're called the Shakers, which is like a kind of a similar thing to the Quakers, I guess.
Yeah.
I didn't know anything about them, so it's kind of interesting from that point. But it's this religious group. So it starts in England, and it talks about how they move over into the United States and find their own place and like grow their religion and stuff like that. And it's like takes it like it's weird because I was like, you know what, this is how you make a religious film. because it felt like it completely paid respect to the characters, like to the real people that it's like kind of based on, and to the religion itself. And it incorporates their like really like spastic movements and stuff and turns them into dances and like songs that make it like seem like it's just this like interesting take. It's like really well made, even though like I don't like musicals. I like feel weird about these kind of like religious aspects of it and stuff, but it was a really well made, well acted film. So it was interesting to watch. And it's interesting from a perspective of she's a woman like preacher of the time. And so even like, you know, comparing to other religious people moving into the United States and like, you know, especially when we're talking about things like Salem witch trials at the time. So in that way, it's like a quite interesting feminist film. But
he is the lead, right? Like
she is. Yeah. But the thing about it though, I was thinking like, put it in this context. I was like, man, these poor, like the Native Americans of the time must've been like, who are these fucking kooks coming into, I mean, the religious people. I mean, it's weird to see like they were rejected from society of England. And I think as Americans, we paint them in such picture of like these brave people. And to be fair, it is weird to be like, I'm going to fucking sail across the ocean and just like go out into the wilderness and build these things. But they were like weirdos, man. They were like, they couldn't even fit into regular society because of their crazy religious ideas. And it's no wonder America's such a fucking mess, man. Like they were weird ass people. just throwing that out there.
Hard pressed not to find them. Weird ass people running those.
Yeah.
Early religious.
That's the thing, yeah. But at the same time, I was like, man, back in the day, people must have just been so bored of like, they're just the conversations they have. They're interesting, like the way they think about things. But I'm like, man, y'all are too worried about nothing.
I gotta say, like, I don't know. I got to see this movie because it does speak to me. Like I'm down for a musical or whatever, especially if the music's good or interesting.
Yeah.
So that sounds good. But like, I really like. I've come to really like Amanda Seyfried's work in general. Like, I think she's underrated. She should be put in more dramatic turns because I remember seeing her for the first time do dramatic turn in First Reformed with Ethan Hawke, and that was a strange movie, but like it was really good. She was great in it, and I was like, wow, she's got like pretty good chops.
Great in Jennifer's Body.
Well, she's great. She's great.
Randy,
she should be in more stuff.
She did a good job. And then the only other thing I've been watching a little bit was I've been watching that Daredevil season deuce, or like the Born Again season deuce on Disney.
2, yeah.
And I did because I kind of ran out of like lunch stuff to watch. I was watching like just the shows, and so I threw it on, and I had been getting some positive buzz, and I really like those old school Daredevils. And the only thing about it was I remember Bob talking so bad about that Daredevil season 1.
Yeah.
And I hit play, and I just assumed it would start the new season, not thinking like, oh, I never watched season 1. And I watched the first like 15 minutes of what Bob was talking about. And I was like, oh my God, this is terrible. This is what people are praising. It looks so chintzy as shit.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, this must have been, I finally caught on what was going on. I was like, oh, this is what Bob was talking about. It looked like shit. And I skipped to season 2, and it looks much better. I'm like episode 2 or something, but yeah. Ooh, I just want to point that out that Bob was right on that. That shit looked terrible. They
shouldn't have put that out. They should have.
And that was our boys, or that was your boys, the Benson and Moorhead. I think they're back. They brought them back for season 2, surprisingly.
Did they? I didn't know that. That's interesting.
I think I saw their name in some kind of credit or whatever, and I was thinking to myself, well, I wonder if they pulled our boy Michael into it, because I know he did a lot of editing for them, but I don't know if he worked on it or not. Yeah. So anyways, that's all I've been watching. Bob, what you been watching?
Speaking of Amanda Seyfried, I watched The Housemaid.
Okay.
That movie is fine. I'll say the highlight is actually Amanda Seyfried's performance in that. That movie is like, I don't know. I just expected it to be like weirder than it was, and it's like, if I'm being honest, like pretty fucking boring, and then it gets like a little weird at the end, and it's like a creepy movie for people that don't really watch very creepy shit, and they're like, oh my goodness, this is weird. It's a little boring, and it's like fucking
stepping out for the Hallmark crowd.
Yeah, exactly. Yes, it's just too long, and it's just not that
Hallmarkers.
Hallmark. They're gonna make a sequel, but Amanda Seyfried, she's fucking swinging for the fences, honestly. So I do give her some credit for sure.
There you go.
Similar to Randy, we're just we're on the same page, man. Started watching Midnight Mass yet again.
Whoa.
About halfway through with it. It holds up. I think this is probably my third time going through it. It holds up very well. Probably my favorite Flanagan show, but also like I fucking love The Haunting of Hill House and The Haunting of Bly Manor. Honestly, like all three of those, like depending
and
on
that one he did with the
Usher.
House of Usher.
Yeah, that show.
All of those are fucking great.
They really are. Yeah, he's
to me, Midnight Mass is just plays in territories I like best, I think.
Yeah, Midnight Mice feels like
Midnight Mice, Ratatouille 3, Midnight Mice.
It is truly his baby. Like it's not based or influenced by any other like previous writing, like all those other series are. It feels like so wholly of him, and I feel like that's why it's probably more successful than the rest. But I'm interested to see his Carrie TV show, which is now. So he went from like one evil to a bigger evil, like from Netflix to Amazon. So he's like got a contract with them, and his Carrie TV show is going to be on Amazon Prime. If I had to guess, October, sometime this fall, but probably Halloween time, I would think. It's probably going to fucking slap though. Like I'm going to watch a show that Mike Flanagan makes, honestly. So. Keep your eyes peeled for that.
Have to find that stream.
That's
I'll find it for you, baby.
You can find me in the stream.
The open seas.
I also watched the Running Man remake. Speaking of remakes, Running Man.
Oh yeah, was that was Edgar Wright, wasn't it?
Yes, yeah, it's his latest movie.
Crazy.
Okay,
we watched that last
night. I love
night.
Edgar Wright. I know nothing about this.
It's really fun. It's a fun action movie. Man. Yeah.
Has he had a miss?
I don't think so. I was looking through his filmography last night
because he did Baby Driver too,
he
right?
Did Baby Driver, yeah.
That movie was dope.
Last Night in Soho, I believe, was the last movie he did before.
Was that the horror remake. One with Anya Taylor-Joy? Yeah, that one was still solid. I remember being a little disappointed in it, but solid.
Yeah, good, not great. I don't think he has a bad movie. It's like it's good to great. It's like.
That's
somewhere
what it seems
in
like.
there.
Yeah.
I think so. Man, solid track record. I mean, he's got at least 7 films out at this point.
That's exactly right. Yeah, feature films. He's done a bunch of like music videos and shorts and that space TV show, of course. But feature films, I believe it's exactly 7.
He could have done Ant-Man.
Yeah, I guess he didn't
might have dodged that bullet.
Yeah,
maybe.
Scott Pilgrim, he did that, which is solid. Mm-hmm. Of course, the Cornetto trilogy. Yeah, they're all good, man. Check out Running Man. Honestly, it's a solid action flick. It's like people are fucking pissed at the rich, let me tell you, and it's coming through in the art, loud and clear. Good stuff.
Interesting.
Yeah, and last but not least here. I rewatched a little movie called The Suckling.
Oh, God. I remember us watching that at your place.
Oh, wow. I've never heard of this.
Like, I think it was the year that we recorded the Bigfoot documentary episode.
Yeah, that sounds right. Like 2019.
I remember passing out about 20 minutes in.
Oh, yeah. When you were, yeah. Okay, I remember that. That's when we took that photo shoot. You posted a picture the other day with Randy.
Yeah.
Our boy Corey. Shouts out to Corey. Hope you're doing well, buddy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I revisited The Suckling because I will be joining Caitlin on Plug It Up episode to talk about The Suckling here in the near future. So keep your eyes and ears peeled for that. It's a weird one.
I've never heard of it.
Yes, that's what a boy likes.
Man.
Did you pick that, Bob, or did Caitlin pick it?
My fault. Definitely my fault. Yeah.
It's always your fault, Bob.
It is. It's all my fault. Check out The Suckling. That's what I've been watching. We do have a pile of voicemails, so let's go ahead and jump over to our Hotline Screams.
Hotline Scream.
If you guys are listening and would like to call and leave a voicemail to be featured on next week's show, hit us up at 904-638-3231. First up, we're going to hear from our biggest fan, Nos. Let's hear what he's got to say.
Yo, what's up, guys? It's Nas here, calling in because I listened to last week's episode, and the problem was remakes that were good and like bad. The first remakes that come to my mind are, of course, the Evil Dead remake. In my opinion, I was first a little iffy on it, but then, like, when I watched it the second time and the third time and the fourth and so forth, it's one of my favorite remakes of horror. Another one is the Carrie remake. I don't really know what the ratings are on that, or like what the people think, but I've seen it more than the original, and I don't really like it more than the original. That's like a big thing to say, but I don't like it more. But I would watch it. I would rather watch the remake than the original, but that's because I saw the remake first and then the original, so I have like nostalgia for the remake. I'm a filthy Gen Zer, so I'm sorry. But another one is because last year I got the U-pick of RoboCop. There's a RoboCop remake, and in my opinion, it's not good, but it's also not bad. It's fine. It's fine. It's not so bad that everybody says, did they fuck up the character of RoboCop? Yes. Did RoboCop need a remake? No. But I still enjoy it quite a lot. And maybe a lesser known to like the wider public remake is I Spit on Your Grave. It's like a movie that you watch one time because it's so fucked up, and you guys should really like. I don't know if it ever was on a poll or something or a U-pick, but I Spit on Your Grave, the remakes and the original should really cover that. And of course you have Friday the 13th remake. It's okay. You have the bad Nightmare on Elm Street remake. That absolutely sucks because they make Freddy a pedophile. So you really have that. And then like for non-horror remakes, you got kind of RoboCop, like I said already. 13 Ghosts, of course, has a remake. Yeah, but I never seen the Psycho remake, so I'm curious to listen to the episode. I'll be watching it also for the first time. So thank you guys. I love you, and bye-bye.
Buddy, I'm just so sorry that you watched this. In our,
Wow.
It's a tarnish on our
well, he did say I'm curious to listen to episodes, so maybe he didn't watch it. But
don't watch it.
Judge Dredd. Oh wait, Judge.
Yeah, Judge
Dredd, right? Yeah, that was another remake, like talking about action films, like which I think was I never saw the original, to be fair, but I think that was pretty successful. I remember being entertained by that remake.
Yeah, that was a good modernization that was like more faithful to the comics. It was maybe a little less over the top, which is where the Stallone one succeeded. But it was over the top in a very like Stallone 90s action movie way, not in a Judge Dredd as a character type of way.
And I know it's not the same. Like, I don't even know how you categorize this, but that Mad Max Fury Road, like, I know that was kind of like a
legacy sequel, I guess.
I don't know what you would call it, but it's not got Mel Gibson. Like, I don't know.
Same director, same like world, but just decades later, I guess.
That movie's so fucking great. I still love the shit out of that movie.
every 007 movie with a different actor.
Well, that's
remake.
fair.
You know, like
yeah.
there's blurred lines on that.
How do you
true,
categorize?
that's
It's
true.
just a fucking good sequel, I guess.
That's true.
Yeah, the Carrie remake, I would like to rewatch that. I remember thinking it was
Never
pretty
saw
good,
it.
but it's been
I'm
so
assuming
long.
it's the Chloe Grace Moretz.
Yeah.
Yeah. I haven't seen that in so long. I've never seen I Spit on Your Grave remake because that's just a tough movie to watch. Even the
I
original.
don't think I've seen the original. Maybe I have.
Yeah.
I never saw that one. Are there any like really, I mean, other than the obvious we mentioned last time, the Thing and the Flyer, are there any other like really good? Evil Dead, that was a good call.
Evil
That's
Dead's
one
pretty
that's
solid.
really good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That is a solid one. Honestly, Nas mentioning the 13 Ghosts remake, the remake is substantially better than the original, I would say. Like heads above. And I know people look at that movie and say it's really goofy. The original is really goofy too, but it's just a more successful version of Goofy, I think.
You know what? We ended up covering House of Wax, I think, and that wasn't so bad.
Honestly,
that was
it's good.
way better than I anticipated it being. I
It's-
think that was another movie I hated.
Yes.
Maybe.
I think it was.
It was. Yeah, you're right.
And I ended up like not hating it entirely.
Yeah.
The Vincent Price movie from the 50s, I think it was the 50s, also great. Also a remake, by the way. The original movie was like from the 30s?
Jesus.
Don't quote me on that. I might be wrong on that, but like it's like a remake of a remake. The Vincent Price one's worth seeing though. It was like it was the first like big time 3D movie, and I think it was the movie that like really put Vincent Price like over the top. Like he became like a household name. It's worth watching. It's
Suspiria.
It's good.
Suspiria is a really good remake.
Yeah.
Nosferatu's good.
Nosferatu's.
Dude,
I forgot about Suspiria.
All three Nosferatus are good, I think.
Mm-hmm.
Well, there's more than that, but the three, the one from the 70s, the one that came out
three good
last
ones
year, and
are
the
good.
original.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, the three good
Some
ones.
good
are
ones
good.
out there.
Baby Body Snatchers.
Dude.
Yeah, Body Snatchers.
Body Snatchers. The one from the 90s doesn't suck either. Talking about remakes after
I still have to
remakes.
watch that, but yeah.
Never saw it.
Should we go to our next?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, we got a lot
Mail?
more. Let's jump over to our next voicemail. We're hearing from Shaboy Michael.
Hey guys, it has been a hot minute since I have called in and left a voicemail. So long that I don't remember that greeting. That had me rolling as it came up. But anyway, listen. Like I said, it's been a hot minute since I've called you guys. But you are talking about a subject that is very near and dear to my heart lately. Hot dogs. So I thought I would touch base with you guys real quick. I know it's limited, so I'm going to try to get through a bunch of information real quick. But I am one of those child people. I love just basic mustard, ketchup, onions, relish. That's probably my preferred go-to, but I will also eat the shit out of a chili dog, bro. Somebody said something a few episodes back about not being able to get through 7. Those are rookie numbers. You can up that. That's easy to get through that. But I love all kinds of hot dogs. The big catch, though, is it's got to be one of those mixed ones where it's like beef, pork, and chicken kind of thing, because those are the cheapest ones. Like bar-ass hot dogs from like Walmart, they're the best. I can't stand like Nathan hot dogs. I don't know what it is. They just have this weird kind of greasy taste to them, and I can't do it. I need plain, almost flavorless amalgamation of meat mixture. Oh, it's so good when it's like that. Then you can really taste the toppings. But that's my catch there. Remakes, really, there's so many out there. It's so hard to find a good one, and I really hate to admit that I think probably my favorite remake right now, outside of the heavy hitters, is the Dawn of the Dead one. I don't agree with running zombies, but the way they did it in the Dawn of the Dead remake worked really, really well, and you see it kind of age the zombies throughout the movie, where at the start when the outbreak is hitting, they're running, they're fast, they're frighteningly fast and scary. But as the movie goes on and the zombies are around longer and longer, they're starting to get slower, and the rigor mortis is starting to set in and make it a lot more difficult for them to move. So I do like their take on that. But anyway, guys, that's just a quick rundown. I don't want to run out of time, and just wanted to say hi. It's really great listening to you guys again. I love the camaraderie. I've missed it since I haven't been in the right mindset for the last couple of years. But hopefully I can get my show back up and running, and we can see how everything goes from there. But missed you guys. So great to be listening again, and talk with you later.
Awesome. Man, covered a lot of ground.
We have people that can go away for years and come back, and it's still just trucking along.
Yeah, no, we're still here,
this
baby.
past few years.
We'll be your rock, buddy. Don't you worry.
You want to talk
like
dog specs and remakes?
You know,
Come
it's
on.
like nothing ever changed at all.
We're still here.
Still doing this.
You came in 2018, 2021, 23, anytime. We're just still trucking along.
We're just Dr. Manhattan our way through life.
Whatever. We're still here.
Yeah.
It's good to hear
Really,
from
just
you, though.
the same show.
It's
fascinating. Oh, sorry, Bob.
It's good. It is genuinely good to hear from Michael because we haven't actually heard from him.
Welcome back, Michael.
Quite some time. A fellow Florida dude, actually got to hang out a handful of times in the past, and it's good to hear from you. Generally, man, glad to hear you're doing well.
Glad to hear you're back in the fold.
Eating dogs with at least 3 animals in them.
7 is rookie number. 7 chili dogs.
Chili dogs. I would shit my pants after 3.
Dude,
I would shit.
I don't want to eat one chili dog.
7 rookie number. So like 10, you're getting
the
double
bread,
digits.
just the bread and the
double
with the
digit chili dogs.
Too much. Like honestly, I'm thinking about eating like right now. I could comfortably probably eat 3, maybe 4 hot dogs. Without being like not feeling like complete garbage.
Yeah, I could put.
Like
3
I could
down.
push.
I could put. 3
I could
down.
push. I could push myself to like 5 or 6 and like not be feeling a heavy gut. You know.
I watched very recently. I kind of have some perspective on this. So last September, I believe it was.
Oh boy!
There was a hot dog eating contest at a local brewery, and I put. Friend of the show, Mikey's name in the pot. So I signed him up to go do it. And
how did I not know this?
He showed up, and it was, was it 20 minutes? It was it was 20 minutes, I think, to eat as many hot dogs as you could. And they had like plates full of dogs. And no condiments, though, just like hot dog, bun, and that's it. That's all it was. And you could drink water or beer to wash it down, and that's all.
Beer washed it down. God damn, that was just not going to help.
That won't fill you up instantly.
And he didn't eat all day. And if you guys, you guys know Mikey, but people listening, Mikey's a big dude. He works out all the time. He can eat a lot of food. He can put food away. So he's like rolling into this. He's like, I could probably eat 20 dogs. Like he was like 20 dogs, no problem. I could probably do that. Sat down, he got, I think, 8 dogs in and was like tapped out.
Yeah, I don't think so.
And with no toppings. And I know he can eat more than I can. So,
okay, yeah, that does put it in perspective.
Yeah. Right. So, like, I could definitely eat 3 dogs for sure.
Yeah,
Maybe
you go to a barbecue, you're not eating a hamburger and a hot dog. 2 to 3 dogs is the standard, of course.
Yeah.
3, and then 4 even. Oh, go back for 4. I could be without hurting. 5 or 6, I'm gonna be starting to feel kind of bad.
7 chili dogs as rookie numbers. I just don't
think
know,
so, brother.
I gotta tell you that greasy flavor on the Nathan's hot dogs, that's what's called flavor, and we tend to like that around here. There's something interesting that happens when you are raised eating the cheap hot dogs. It's like religion. Either you come to embrace it or you come to reject it entirely. Those are the 2 modes you're at.
It is the truth, or you just throw it away.
The lie of your life.
Yeah.
You either go all in or you reject outright. There is no middle ground.
Oh boy.
Ain't that just the way? Thanks for calling, Michael. Yeah. Also, interesting point about the Dawn of the Dead remake. I don't remember them slowing down over time, but I haven't seen that movie in a very long time. So,
yeah, I don't remember that either.
Interesting point.
I think that's about right. Yeah.
Might need to rewatch.
I do remember it being a good one though.
Yeah.
I enjoy
Solid remake. I would agree. Next up,
Godzilla. That's a good remake right there.
Not a remake. Well, if you're talking about 1998, that's not a remake. That's just the best
Don't
Godzilla.
call it a remake. It's just shit.
It's just fucking fantastic. Next up, we're going to hear from a very lovely gentleman calling in from Scotland for the first time ever. Let's hear what he's got to say.
Whoa.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, a little while back, you boys wanted someone to call in and comment on Soldier's Scottish accent. Well, here I be. My name is Hugh Jarse. And if I had to pick a number between 1 and 10, I'd say his accent was about a 6. Of course, I give it half a point for the Abos. Not the worst accent I've heard. But it didn't really blow up my kilt, if you know what I mean.
Yeah, no.
I have to say, that boy, Hugh Janus, I believe him and I are about the same age. I invented Scotch tape, you know. And I also rode with William Wallace. Freedom. I've got to go.
What's the crack, Hugh Jarse?
I can't take Hugh Jarse.
I love how he gave your accent a bonus half point because your accent had yabos.
Your accent had very clear titties.
Undulating yabos on that.
All right. Dude, I can't. Oh, man. I don't ever listen to the voicemails ahead of time, and that's one I'm really glad I don't. That's great.
Hugh
really
Jarse.
My boy Hugh Jarse.
Invented
Mr. Jarse.
Tape.
Mr. Jarse.
Got a call for you to make. I don't know why I just turned into a beetle. Okay, anyway, let's move on.
Love to hear from Shaboy Hugh Jarse. Next up, we're going to hear from Shaboy Hugh Janus. Let's hear what he's got to say.
Whoa, from the law offices.
Yeah.
Yep, this is Hugh calling. A few episodes back, that Nicole was on the show. I guess we had a breach of the exclusivity of the Cooter property. You guys called in for the lawyers to take over. So the law firm of Janus, Sanus, Canis, Stanus, Vanus, Tanus, and Larry took the call. I've got some good news, some bad news, and some worse news. The good news is we contacted Nicole. She settled out of court for $226,000. The bad news is, after the law firm's fees and expenses, each of you will receive $14.82. Now, I don't know if you fellas know it or not, but you have never trademarked or gotten a copyright on Cooter of the Week. So I sent the wife, Sue Janus, over to talk with Nicole. Now here's the worst news. Nicole now owns the rights to Cooter of the Week. So from now on, from this day forth, anytime Straight Chillin' uses Cooter of the Week, the Straight Chilling Group owes Nicole $50 and 3 Blu-rays. Been listening to the shows. Been doing pretty good. I did watch Primate. That show was entertaining. Been listening to the minicasts. Been doing good. So anyway, for any of your needs, remember the law firm, Janus, Sanus, Canis, Stanus, Vanus, Tanus, and Larry are there for you. Our motto, when you need your lawyer to be an asshole, be sure to call Hugh Janus. about all I got. Keep on chilling.
You know, as exceptional as that tagline is, I'm going to need see some credentials from the law firm that lost us the rights to our wholly created Cooter of the Week segment.
We need a bigger asshole.
My boy Tainus, damn.
Taint.
Should have gone with our first instinct of calling Hugh Jars to settle things.
Hugh Jars.
Yeah, we may have to switch over law firms there because it's just not getting it done. You know, we lost all rights. Nicole over here strong-arming us. Who's her lawyer? Her lawyer.
Liar. Maybe it's Hugh Jars.
Hugh Jars.
Hugh Jars.
Hugh Jars.
Hugh Jars. I like
damn, dude. I think Hugh Janus is like the best thing that's ever happened in this podcast.
Somebody's got to try around here.
I mean, it's a highlight. You know, this show, I love doing the show. And honestly, I love just hearing from people calling in anytime, every time. But yeah, when Hugh Janus calls in, it's a little special.
An event.
A little
Whenever
extra
we
something.
finish the show, Hugh Janus will just have to take over for us.
Just take the reins. Him and his cousin.
You dig it?
His cousin Hugh Jars. They can bounce off each other. Well,
thanks for calling, Janus.
Always good to hear from you. Do better.
Always.
Get us more money and rights to stuff, please.
I need more money, please.
Get us more money.
We're going to have to call Larry up and see what's going on over there.
Yeah, Larry's the only one getting shit done. Rick Janus.
Larry.
Larry Anus.
Larry. I got a real Larry Anus this week. It's real bad.
Mr. Anus himself.
My lawyer, Larry Anus, will be contacting you.
It's just any semblance of play on words is just gone.
No.
It's just putting the word anus next to something.
Larry Shithole will be contacting you momentarily.
Damn.
Get ready for that. Again, if you want to call and leave a voicemail for next week, hit us up at 904-638-3231. We're actually going to be out of town next week. But
no, it's Harry Anus. I believe that. So
Harry Shithole will be contacting you.
Harry, messy, thatchy, shitty hole.
Thatchy.
Thatchy with hair.
Chafed.
Chafed hole. My boy.
Blown out.
Blown out. Well, now we're just getting back to loose anus. My boy.
Our new prompt is going to be who's your famous favorite Janus brother?
Liar.
Who's your favorite anus liar?
Hugh Jars.
Hugh
Janus, loose anus.
He invented the Scotch tape.
Hugh Jars.
Ooh, Jars.
I love how the lore just gets deeper and deeper.
Just like that anus.
Anus is calling.
We're gonna be in New Orleans next week, but we do have a brand new show pre-recorded for you. Actually, Juice, this is gonna be a special podcast hosted by you. You want to tell the folks what's going down next week?
Yeah, so I got together with a good friend of mine here in Seoul, South Korea. It's not something we get to do a whole lot, but Sean from the Dark Side of Seoul. We do many events here. We've done like a lot of Halloween events, some summer events, stuff like that. But yeah, he's been on a previous episode of ours, A Tale of Two Sisters, but me and him sat down to talk about a film that he really enjoys, an old school Korean film called A Devilish Homicide. It is available on the Korean Film Archives if you would like to check it out for free on YouTube. So you can check that out if you'd like, or just enjoy the show that we have to fill a space while the boys are off at the Overlook Film Festival.
Nay. Check it out.
So check that out.
Check it out.
Awesome.
Yeah. A Devilish Homicide.
And we get a week off to watch screeners.
To just watch so many more movies than we would normally ever have to. The week off.
Yeah. Just gonna kick our feet up.
We just get to relax and watch, I don't know, 20 movies real quick. No big deal.
Oh boy.
Yeah, A Devilish Homicide is on YouTube. Check it out if you want to get ready for next week's show. And again, if you guys want to call in and leave a voicemail, it won't be featured on next week, but the week after, 904-638-3231. Prompts, it seems like everybody has big ideas and big feelings about hot dogs. So if you want to keep that going, call in and let us know. Also, this is one we've thrown out before. It's been a long time, I think, since we've thrown it out. But like the movie you're talking about with Sean next week does have a type of ghost in it. And I want to know if you've seen a ghost. And you and Sean talk about that as well.
Yeah, we did talk about a lot of ghost lore.
Yeah. Have you guys seen ghosts, or maybe you think you've seen some sort of like haunting in real life, or experienced anything like that, heard something like that? Call in. I want to hear about it.
Also, I'll give a little tease. One of the reasons we had Sean on too, talking about a ghost story, is he wrote a book about people's experience with ghosts in Korea. I have an entry in that book, which we talk about a little bit. So maybe I have had an experience with the ghost.
Maybe.
Oh.
You can't call in because you already talked about it on the show. So just tune in next week and hear about it.
But yeah, tell us your ghost stories.
Yeah. Hell yeah. That's going to do it for us this week at Straight Chilling. If you're going to be at the Overlook Film Festival, keep an eye out for your boy Rand Diesel and myself. Say hey. Come hang out. And until next week, as always, all you mother truckers, please keep chilling.
Good evening.